Okay, what is going on, CYPRX YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Smash that thumbs up button. It does help boost the YouTube algorithm. We are growing exponentially. Really do appreciate all the love and the support. Today's video breakdown is just going to be a recap from the Zoom call that we had that I announced on Twitter. Today, May 18th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys, I like to do these pop-up Zooms. We talked about manipulation in the market, Tesla, Amazon, Apple. We talk about XRP and Ripple. Very interesting discussion, showing you guys video proof that crypto is being adopted by institutions, showing you guys articles how the SEC sued Amazon and Tesla, how they overcame that, how they became part of the Fortune 500 companies in the United States, how price was manipulated when that SEC litigation came into fruition, and how and what's going on with Ripple right now via the charts and from a technical perspective on manipulation with the SEC case. So stick around for this YouTube video. Again, if videos like this and others like it help you all out, smash that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, notification bell, so that way you guys don't miss out on any future videos. If anybody's interested in that mentorship, the link is in the description. Without further ado, let's dive into today's video breakdown. All right, cool. So what I'm going to show you guys in today's call is just my analysis, my perspective via the manipulation that's going on in the market right now with the SEC litigation and Ripple and the SEC. Okay, but I'm going to actually show you guys from a chart perspective. We're going to go back in time to 2018, 2005 with Amazon and Tesla. I'm going to show you guys some similar articles and how they experienced an SEC lawsuit and now what they're doing financially benefiting the world, changing the world, evolving the world, piecing everything together for you guys, giving you guys a technical analysis perspective on manipulation in the market, showing you time and time again how the banking institutions are in control of the market, how they utilize news catalysts to manipulate everybody. Excuse my French, I'm gonna have to edit that out. Dang, I'm gonna have to not cuss. But anyways, and then what we're currently experiencing with price action on XRP right now. This is extremely correlated. People can call this speculative. You can call it whatever you want. I've been in this market for 6 years and I know how the fundamental game works and how everything behind the scenes is manipulated by the puppet masters. People that are ignorant will believe that puppet masters don't exist, but the SEC, all the elites, the billionaires, the millionaires, the CEOs, they are not, there's no division, right? They don't see race. They don't see politics. Okay. What you have to understand is that the elites operate together, but they display to the general public like they're not. Okay. So the SEC and the lawsuit against Ripple was all a hoax, just like the SEC and the SEC Amazon case or the SEC Tesla case was all manipulation to liquidate people out of the market before they rallied it to new all-time highs. I've shown you guys in previous YouTube videos that what is happening right now with the crypto adoption phase that we're currently experiencing right now is something similar to the early days of the 1990s with the internet boom and bust cycle, right? Where the internet experienced a massive surge in adoption via institutions, private investors, mainstream, right? It just freaking boomed. And now to this day, prices are most likely never going to go back to those lows. And we're going to experience the same thing in cryptocurrency. And people don't actually understand that because they won't do the dive. They won't do the analysis and they won't go listen to these people that are blatantly telling you that this stuff is happening. So first, I want to take you guys to the charts, okay? So I also have a couple of videos that I'm going to play for you all. Just pay attention and watch. Sit there. You guys can save up any questions that you might have at the end of this video. I'll give you guys like 5-10 minutes to ask any questions. But I want to orient your attention to the Amazon chart in 2005. Amazon experienced a lawsuit with the SEC in 2005. And I want you guys to pay attention to the pattern that, all right. So here we can see Amazon, right? Here's the lawsuit that took place in 2005. What did the market makers do? They built liquidity above highs. They came, the lawsuit started right here. Look at how the price action looks. They manipulated price surged on Amazon. Then the lawsuit continued. It didn't end. And what did people do? The banking institutions manipulated price to give themselves discount. The lawsuit ended and then boom, Amazon skyrocketed in price, experiencing a boom and bust cycle. If we look over here, we look at Tesla. I want to take you guys to these charts. Tesla lawsuit, SEC lawsuit, 2018. Look at the similarities. Here's the Amazon lawsuit. And again, this is a monthly time frame. All right. What I want you guys to pay attention to is when the SEC lawsuit started right here. What do we see? A low that leads to liquidity. The market comes back for that liquidity, grabs that money, sends price down, gives them discounts, and then boom, what do we see? all-time high on Tesla. Okay, so we see the same pattern. Amazon, lawsuit, 2005, liquidity set, liquidity grabbed. Banking institutions gave themselves discount, okay? And then boom, put all their money into the Amazon stock, and you guys can see what happened. Same thing here with Tesla. Tesla experienced a lawsuit, 2018. Here's that liquidity trap. Here's that grab of liquidity to manipulate price, buyers beneath lows, give themselves discount, and then boom, we see the boom and bust cycle. I want to take your attention over to what's happening right now with the SEC and XRP. Look at the charts. Ripple SEC lawsuit 2020, and we see the same freaking pattern, you guys. It is identical. We see the SEC lawsuit start in 2020. Here, the Amazon SEC lawsuit started. We created a low. We then liquidated that high. Boom, the market came. We're creating the same exact pattern. This is literally the same exact pattern, identical to this one. Now we're getting into the part where the SEC and Ripple case is going to have to come to an end. We also see that we're in a temporary bearish market while all this is playing out. What do you think the elites are doing? They are giving themselves discounted prices to add to their orders to take price higher. Okay, it is inevitable. That is what's happening right now. You guys see it time and time again in the market. I want to take your attention over here to this video. This is the institutional case for cryptocurrencies and digital assets adoption. And I want you guys to listen to what these gentlemen in the beginning of the video say, okay? That a market crash has to happen for us to experience a boom and bust cycle in assets that are going to last long term. Listen word for word, right? I'm just a YouTuber. I'm a guy who owns a company that makes profitable traders. But these guys are billionaires who own multi-industrial companies that involve themselves in digital assets. And they are saying the same thing. Wake up, the information is right there. Check this out. Okay, so I'm gonna play like a minute long of this video.
Thank you. So the whole purpose of this webinar is to look at the institutional case for cryptocurrency and digital assets. And while we're seeing many institutions start to incorporate cryptocurrencies and these digital assets into their portfolios, there still seems to be a little bit of skepticism about it. And Shane, if I could come to you first, what do you think is holding up the mass adoption of these new exciting assets?
Listen to
it's a great question. I think there's a number of things that need to happen. Firstly, I think that Bitcoin has stood the test of time. I think any asset that's going to be around for a long time needs to show resilience. It needs to crash. It needs to come back. And I think.
Okay, boom. He said it right there. Any asset that's going to last a long time needs to show resilience, it needs to crash, and then it needs to come back. Look at Amazon, look at Tesla. I want to take your attention over here by just Googling what Amazon did for the world. The company, Amazon, made shopping more convenient through features like one-click ordering, personalized recommendations, packaging, pickup at Amazon hubs, blah, 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 blah. They revolutionized the packing industry, right? E-commerce. Okay, making it easy for me to buy something online and have it directly shipped to my house. They made that process fluid and easy as possible. Same thing with Tesla. What did Tesla do? Today, Tesla builds not only all electric vehicles, but also infinitely scalable clean energy generation and storage products. Okay, so it's not just a car company. People don't understand that. And what do we see? Both companies experience a lawsuit with the SEC that was utilized as a catalyst to give the elites discounted prices. You guys see the chart work, okay? How I teach my students how to trade is by paying attention to real life, what the banking institutions are actually doing behind the scenes to situate themselves on the right side of the market. As retail investors, the only way that you can become successful in this market is if you pay attention to what the institutions are doing. If you're constantly focused on what everybody else is doing, you're constantly trying to trade all these bullcrap methodologies that are existent out there, you're going to constantly lose money in this market. It is inevitable. Why? Because you're doing what the herd is doing. You're doing what the elites want you to do. When they're doing what they want to do overall with all of this information combined in one. Okay, so we see Amazon, Tesla, they both experienced a lawsuit. Now I want to take you over here How is Ripple reshaping the world? The Ripple protocol can thus provide a much faster and cheaper infrastructure for interbank payments. We've already discussed in previous videos how big Ripple and XRP is going to be, and people don't really understand. If you look at the charts and you just think, if we do experience a boom and bust cycle on XRP, I'm not sitting here becoming a moon boy and telling you guys that XRP price is going to be, you know, $200, $300, $400, $500. But if we just zoom out, okay, and we look at what happens every time in the past that this has happened, and there's other assets and other companies that were sued by the SEC that happened just like this. I'm just not showing them all to you, okay? Maybe I'll do a YouTube video, and I'm not bullshitting you guys, the same exact pattern. Every asset that got sued by the SEC that is now a phenomenal and substantial amount of money more than what it was when it was sued by the SEC made the same exact pattern, okay? And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to see right now from behind the scenes, correlating that with fundamentals. Anyways, all right, so I want to take you guys over to why I even found Amazon, why I even found Tesla, and how it correlates to the digital asset realm right now. So I want to take you guys to this NASDAQ trade talk, these two individuals, and at the beginning of their discussion, watch how it starts off and who this individual is right here is going to trickle effect down into another page that I'm going to show you guys. Check this out. So listen.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, you got it. Can you point to some of the recent significant events around institutional adoption of crypto?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the entire is really evolving as institutional players start to embrace digital assets. There's not a bank on the planet, whether it, you know, that has not made major moves into digital assets, and also many of the exchanges are also starting to lean as well. CBOE buying RSX. I think you've seen, you know, regulatory clarity start to come into play now with.
Okay, so who is this guy, right? You heard him talk about institutional adoption, regulatory clarity, right? And I want to take you guys to who this individual is. He is the CEO of this company right here, Amber Data. I don't want to mess the name up. Amber Data, okay, right here. What do? Fundamental infrastructure for future digital assets in Web3. As digital assets become pervasive and widely adopted, the total market size and applications are unimaginable today, but could represent trillions of dollars in new businesses being created as every individual in business around the world adopts this technology, okay? This is their infrastructure right here, Amberetta. That guy that was just speaking is the CEO of Amberetta. And scrolling down here, what do we see? Crypto markets are just the beginning, 3 trillion. We see precious metals, 12 trillion, real estate, 30 trillion, $40 trillion, M2 money supply. Now, I want you guys to focus your attention on the global equities markets. That's $106 trillion market cap. And so with that, you have to understand that not only is institutional money coming to this market, but when these asset classes and these companies start to adopt cryptocurrency, and they are, not only is institutional adoption coming, but global equities companies are coming together and they are going to adopt cryptocurrencies as well. That is what people don't really truly understand, how much money is actually about to come into the crypto space. And if you don't believe me, let's go here. Look at Apple, global equities market, $106 trillion. Check this out. Okay, we saw that Apple experienced a lawsuit with the SEC. We see that Amazon experienced a lawsuit with the SEC. We see that Tesla experienced a lawsuit with the SEC. Going over here, look at this. MetaMask rolls out Apple Pay integration and other iOS updates. Starting with iPhone users, MetaMask is adding integrations with payment gateways on mobile wallets to increase options for buying cryptocurrency. Why would these big super giant companies be involving themselves with cryptocurrency if it was a scam? You guys see it right here, $106 trillion asset class. Apple, they are involving themselves with cryptocurrency. Amazon, looking over here, what do we see? Amazon to build blockchain and digital currency roadmap. Amazon is looking for a new head of digital currency blockchain to join its payment acceptance team and lead the company's crypto adoption. Amazon, the e-commerce giant and one of the most valuable companies in the world, which happened to be sued by the SEC. Again, think about what's going on right now. Okay, there's all this fear in the market. You can imagine being in 2005 owning Amazon stock when they got sued by the SEC. Okay, I'd never got to experience that, but I can guarantee you the same stuff happened. Everybody was freaking out. Everybody was curious as to what's going on, right? Nobody really knew what was happening. It was a smokescreen for the banking institutions to liquidate anybody that sold the news, as you guys saw, to push price down at the discount for them to take buy positions. It's the same freaking thing that happened with Ripple. Okay. So this is Amazon and how they're fully integrating with cryptocurrency. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they might have hired that person to fill that spot. But with the world seemingly ready to jump feet first into the world of cryptocurrency, Amazon is ready to get involved in the scene to launch their own crypto token in 2022. So we see these big corporate giants doing business with what? Cryptocurrency. So not only is bank and institutional money coming to the space, but this money is coming to the space. Not only that, but retail money is coming to the space. Can you guys see me now? Anyways, yep. I lost my train of thought. But so what I'm trying to just show you guys from this video breakdown is, again, banking institutions manipulate price action time and time again with fundamentals. Fundamentals in the market, war, pandemics, okay, droughts, just any kind of economic disaster, right? All of this stuff is utilized by news media to manipulate price, okay? That is what these catalysts are used for. The global economy and the elites, they all work together. They behind the scenes, making phone calls, making sure things are good. They're all buddy-buddy. They're not, they act to us like there's conflict in the world. But really behind the scenes, they're all rich, they're all powerful. Do you realistically think any of the elites right now are suffering from gas prices? No, not at all. Not at all, okay? It's all stuff that's put on the lower class individual, the every average day working class individual, and this knowledge is kept hidden, right? All you have to do is dig a little bit. This is stuff that I can show you guys on YouTube and actually display to the general public, hopefully without it getting monetized. But if you do the digging on your own, the knowledge and information is there for you, all right? And not just with crypto, with investing in general, maybe multi-home family investing, real estate, stocks, things of that nature. Really start to change your financial future by allocating your profits from either forex or crypto into things that are going to consistently make you money while you're sleeping, okay? Blessings to you guys all. I appreciate the love and support. Hope everybody enjoyed this video breakdown. I'm going to upload this on YouTube if you want to rewatch it.
Emiliano,
Hold on, I'm going to say something. I want to say something real fast. All right, so we got rid of Jake.
Is it done?
Who else we got? Let me just double check and make sure there's no other weirdos here. Hold on. Can you guys all be quiet for 3 seconds without saying anything? Okay, cool. So check this out. People like that, I want you guys to understand. Anybody else that's listening, maybe that person is still here, okay? I really want you guys to take a deep breath and understand what I'm about to say to you. The normal person, okay, the individual that just acted like that has no control over his emotional state of mind. He doesn't understand that he is a finite being. We are all gods. We all have this energy within inside of us that can manifest into insane things. I am a normal person and I'm doing insane financial things with my life that you guys can do as well. I'm just a normal guy. The things that I'm trying to convey to you all is only going to click with the right set of people, okay? There's a certain person that you have to be to become wealthy. You cannot be ignorant. You cannot be egotistic. You cannot take criticism and kind of look at it from a negative perspective. Everything that comes to you in the form of energy, you have to be able to manifest positively. And people like that, excuse my French, but they will never fucking succeed in life because they think that they are something that they are not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that individual, right? You clearly see has no control over what he says. There's some kind of cyst in his brain that he doesn't even understand exists that makes him say those things because of every experience that he's had up to this date in his lifetime. Okay. It might not be his fault. It might be his background, where he comes from. You see how everybody here wanted to jump the gun and kind of just attack him? Don't do that. When you see an ignorant person like that, shed light on them. Be the energy that they need in their life that they've never had before. Okay. I want to give you an example. When a telemarketer calls me, I told Emiliano this the other day. A telemarketer called me trying to sell me something the other day. And instead of hanging up on him and clicking up, what I like to do is I'll say, hey, can I ask you a question, brother? Are you doing what you want to do with your life? And 9 times out of 10, those people say, no, I'm not. And I will give them a spiel about how they can change their lives by just putting in the elbow grease, changing their infrastructure on the way that they think, how they operate, creating a schedule, being positive, okay? And people like the individual that just spoke out of character, rude as right, don't get me wrong, he will never go anywhere in life. Okay, maybe he'll get lucky, he'll go a little bit, but he will always collapse on himself because he doesn't even have the mental comprehension to elevate him and people around him. Drops mic. You guys have to understand, I'm not around. I'm really like I'm really trying to wake people up. And if people in the CYPRX community know, especially the individuals that I've touched hearts with, okay, they know that what we're attempting to do is like no other trading community here on this earth. And regardless if you're on our team, you're here just being in our public Zoom, regardless if you're looking at our chart work, what we're trying to do as individuals positively on this earth to elevate everybody else around us. That's the important factor, right? Investing, making money, I get it. We're all here for that. But as human beings, what I'm trying and attempting to do is to wake you all up, okay, because you're all just normal human beings just like me, and show you that as a collective whole, we can come together and exist outside this realm of the reality that the elites have built for us. Okay, do you even understand that the reality that you currently live in your house, in your world, right, is a bubble? Okay, it's a bubble. And if it's a comfortable bubble for you, cool, live in it by all means. Love what you have. But if you want to operate outside of that bubble, and if what you're experiencing in life right now is not where you want to be at, you can fucking change that. Like straight up. I came from nothing. Like absolutely zero. So I know that if I can do it, and I'm not some millionaire yet, but I'm going to take as many people up to the top with me that are willing to go to the top. I'm not giving you guys financial advice. I'm just telling you all what is working for me, and hopefully it rubs off on you. And that's positive chart work, being an adult in this market, having a mindset that is more superior than these little ants out there, like that individual that just spoke out to one of my first students, Emiliano. He's a great guy. And then he comes on and says, I know for a fact, and I've met Emiliano in person, that if that individual said that to Emiliano in person, he'd be sleeping on the ground, done, knocked out. Emiliano is a professional boxer. And that person, right, had some type of vendetta with Emiliano and spoke at a term. But he doesn't even realize the only reason he did that as an individual was because Emiliano couldn't touch him through the computer. And that's the false perception that everybody lives in this earth right now because of the age of the internet. They think that they're untouchable, okay? So they act out of character. Again, they have this ego. And a lot of people come into this market, they bring that into this market and they think that they're untouchable. And then what does the market do? It destroys them. It destroys them. And then that's when people quit. That's when people give up. And the people like me and the people that fuck with me on CYPRX and in this community and on YouTube that can stick out all the bull crap and all the little babies like that individual in this market, we're going to be the ones that come out on top. Mark my words. I'm 27 years old. Watch this YouTube journey. Watch CYPRX journey. I promise you guys, I'll be retiring, me and my family, before I'm 35, and I can mark my words that I will take at least 50% to 70% of the CYPRX students with me. Promise you that. I fucking promise you. It's so, dude, people like that get me so heated because they're so ignorant. They're so ignorant. It's nuts. It's nuts. I'm done. Drops mic. Okay, CYPRX traders, so I hope that everybody enjoyed that video breakdown. Blessings to you guys all. I'm going to end the weekend there. I smashed this week with YouTube videos. My throat freaking hurts. I gave you guys everything that I can give you. Blessings to you all. I hope that you enjoyed the breakdowns this week. Have an outstanding weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. As always, be cognizant, be aware, and I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.